Hello, everyone. I'm Mariquita Solis, and I would like to talk about being direct in communication today. So, I used to do a lot of hoping and praying that my partner would be on the same wavelength and in alignment with the things that I enjoy. And that doesn't work, right? I used to make assumptions, and that always fell through. So, no more hoping and praying, no more making assumptions, but let's be direct in our communication. So, if I was to be dating someone and they told me they like to be out in nature, then I could say, "Well, I like to be out in nature too." And then I might think, "Oh, okay, well, that then we're good on that level." But what does that mean, be out in nature? For me, being out in nature might be glamping. Like, is that what it's called? Glamping? So that might be being in a camper, uh, a having a place to I mean, facilities for showering, using the bathroom, toilets, and all that. Now, for the other person, it might mean throwing down a tent, using a tree for the bathroom, right? So we can't make assumptions. So we have to communicate. So when someone says, "I like camping or being in nature," what does that exactly mean? We need to explore that. We also need to step up for ourselves. If I said, "Well, you know what? I have to have a toilet or I have to have a shower," then express why. We to go into these levels of depth and explaining our needs is crucial, because if we don't start explaining why we're feeling things and why we need things in the beginning of the relationship, we're starting off on a bad in a bad place. So we always need to be communicating in a level of depth to where the person can learn more about us and not make assumptions. No one's making assumptions here because we are going into depth about what we're talking about, and being able to use your voice to stand up for what you don't want in relationships also, right? If it's important that your partner has a job, then explain that. For me, it's always been a issue if my partner didn't have a job. And the reason why it's an issue for me is this, right? So we don't have to shame anyone or throw anything on anyone. We speak about it from ourselves. Right. It was hard for me when my partner didn't have a job and didn't want to go to work because I was having to take on the whole burden of financial responsibility. That I'm just making this up, but you want to explain with compassion, and because if you don't show these underlying reasons, then there can be misunderstandings, and we can't have that in relationships that are going to be healthy. We need to be able to speak and explain with depth, and to know what we like and what we don't like, to be able to use our voice compassionately and with clarity for the other person. So, this is just something to think about, how you show up in relationships. Are you able to communicate your needs? Are you able to express the reasons behind them with compassion and kindness and clarity? Because it's essential for healthy relationships. So, this can be an area of growth. I've worked on this and I'm still working on it. There are many of areas of growth that I'm working on. So, let me start by saying that, or end by saying that, right? We all are growing and there's no shame in that. So, once we are able to identify those areas of growth, then we can start moving forward and building healthier relationships. All right. Well, there's my thought for the day. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel. Check out our website. Where on It's www.the-last-first-date.com. We're having monthly Zoom conversations to enhance our relationships. We want to hear from you. We want to hear, what are your challenges? What are you working on? And what's the wisdom you have? All right, so sign up on our website for our mailing list so you'll make sure to get all the news. And please comment. Let me know if this video resonated with you all. All right, we'll see you on YouTube and everywhere on all of our socials. Thanks for following.